Don't second guess that your Bitcoin is safe. Get a security audit through a one-on-one session with me and join the school community, the Bitcoin Masters, to meet other Bitcoiners, grow your network, and grow your net worth. In 2008, another pretty significant thing happened, which is the Great Financial Crisis. This was caused largely by financial institutes going further out on the risk curve, having really, really risky loans and way too much leverage on their balance sheet. And what happened was the government bought all their toxic debt instead of allowing all of these banks to fail, like in a free market, that because they had risky business practices. So the government and the government organizations bought all the toxic debt, and they did that with printed money. So these kind of events can happen where there's big expenses through government. The government creates debt to pay for that. Nobody wants to buy the debt, so the Federal Reserve puts that debt on their balance sheet with newly printed money to pay the government. And that is money printing. And anybody who has any dollars, any savings, gets that eroded, right? It begins to inflate away the value of anybody who is saving in that currency. This is the idea of privatizing gains and socializing losses. Everybody else, right? All the people that are doing what they believe to be right, putting the portion of their paycheck away, saving up, trying to afford a home in the future, trying to, do the right thing. These are the people that had to pay, not directly. It wasn't like, let's bail out the banks and your taxes go up today to be able to afford that. Or you now have some sort of ownership of these defunct banks. That can kind of happen sometimes too. But what happened was, no, we'll just print the money, print the difference, buy these assets, and your dollars will just erode in value because we created so many more dollars. So inflation and money debasement is this stealth way of taxing the people. If they had to do it directly, it would be way less popular. But instead, they can kind of sneak it in through money debasement, and then they can manipulate you through news and media to say, well, the grocery stores are, charging too much for bread. The landlords are being greedy. In reality, everybody is struggling to understand and realize how much money is in existence and what dollars are worth at any given moment. And that creates all these knock-on effects of having to dilute your product by, shrinking how much you offer or charging more for it, which is one and the same essentially. And really, it just creates a worse quality for everybody to live in. And the only people that benefit from this are the people that are close to the money printer, that have a lot of assets that inflate in relation to the amount of money printing. But this is a way to rob the people who are already suffering the most financially. So at the end of 2008, January 3rd, 2009, Bitcoin came into existence. And I know if you're watching this and you come over to learn about history, learn about wealth, learn about how to save your money, me bringing up Bitcoin is probably going to trigger you because you've heard something about Bitcoin in the past and you're just going to say, oh, this is just a sales pitch for Bitcoin. He's trying to pump his bags. No, just pay attention. Bitcoin is a monetary invention and discovery that is historically going to be incredibly important. This is an alternate monetary network that is designed to solve the problems that I've explained to you in this video. It is a solution to the unfair practices of central banking and centrally controlled money creation. It is uniquely different from every other crypto that you've ever heard of, and it should not be lumped together. And all the headlines that you've heard are to sell clicks. All the negative headlines around Bitcoin are to sell clicks, and potentially, you should look at who's backing those because they probably benefit from the money printer. And Bitcoin is a real threat to the fiat system that feels broken, right? Everything's going up. Life is becoming worse for the vast majority of people. That seems like a bad, broken system, but it is designed in that way very intentionally to enrich the small majority of people that understand that and can exploit that. So Bitcoin is a solution where you can have money, you can save in that money, and that money will go up in value and be able to purchase more things over time. It's a direct response to the failings of the currencies that I've already explained in this video. So